Old Badger by Alison Pennington. One morning in winter, not so long ago, I went for a run through the woods in the snow. I've always loved running, and in any weather, be it iced autumn leaves or summertime heather. But it was just before Christmas, the time of the year when the hills are alone and there's nobody here. I can still, even now, hear the crunch of the snow, my body alive, my cheeks pink, aglow, as I pounded my feet in a rhythm and beat to a synchronized tune, with a white daytime moon sitting ghostly, a whisper, above all the trees, which sent glistering sparkles adrift on the breeze. This day as I ran, I was swiftly aware that I wasn't alone. There was something else there, something really quite large, which disturbed the soft hush, with the grasses now stirring a little too much. My heart rate increased, my speed even more, as panic ran through me, till my eyes finally saw what had made the commotion, had scared me to death, brought hot and cold shivers and shortened my breath. Next to me ran a big badger, in time, matching my pace, both together, in line. And as he ran, he was grunting, not amicably, but was pretty hacked off from what I could see. I must have disturbed him, 'cause usually wild badgers live their lives nocturnally, elusive and wisely keeping their distance. How lucky I felt to be there in that instance. He was powerful, stocky and lacking in grace, with a clearly distinctive black and white face, a coarse greying coat with white tips at the back, and small, deep-set eyes, all beady and black. And so very striking, with that blaze on his nose, 4 piggy-like trotters, and 5 little toes. His gait was unusual. I thought it quite fun, a bit like the way that a hippo would run. We ran for what must have been 20 more steps. Then he grunted more loudly and peeled off to the left. Then entered some bushes and went out of sight, leaving prints of his presence on the snow, pristine white. As I ran on, I wondered where he had gone, in that glade, in the wood, with the sun shining on. I fancied he must have gone back to his set, deep down in the wildwood, where dark lingers yet. My mind wandered off to the wind in the willows, to mole, rat and badger, those small furry fellows, who met up one night. Mole and rat were quite lost in the darkening wood with the deep snow and frost. And those footsteps and voices which whispered their names, and the shadows which shifted and played mental games. I think that the chapter was called The Wildwood, by author Kenneth Grahame, and it totally stood out for me then, as a countryside child, forever with bare feet, my hair flying wild. Anyway, the 3 friends somehow found Badger's door, and took turns to knock with each little paw. And old Badger was startled. He sensed nothing good, as few came to visit this deep in the wood. As he slowly creaked open his door in the tree, he felt such relief, and was happy to see his friends 'neath the door lamp, their faces aglow, as they waited there, hopeful in the hushed, falling snow. I see him so clearly at his oak tree front door, as he hurries them in and extends a strong paw. And now my mind jumps to them all safe and sound, with a hot tasty meal, as the warm air surrounds, and a small mug of ale, by the fireside bright, and talking and laughing long into the night. With Badger recounting the events of his day in the wood with that girl when he sped fast away, and the cheek of her! How had she not understood that she should not be here in his part of the wood? As my musings diminished, I felt some regret that I might have disturbed him. But I'll never forget those 10 or so seconds where we both ran together, bewitching, enchanting, remembered forever.